I'm sure that's going to end up being the snapshot of this video, is me trying to put a mic on. Anyway, so good morning, you guys. Super excited about today's topic because everybody goes through it. Whether you're going through it right now or you've already gone through it, or you see yourself maybe going through it in the future. The truth is that everybody goes through it, and we go through it a lot, you know? So that's why we need to be able to talk about this, because if we're not careful as we're going through it, we're going to believe it. And that's what we need to actually back away from. So let me say my good mornings. Good morning, Rachel. Good morning. Merry Christmas Eve. Yes. I'm so excited. And I'm not done shopping. Even a little bit. Come on. I keep thinking, well, I've got tomorrow. Here's the thing. I only have tomorrow. That's all I have at this point. Oh, man. Shelly, good morning. Megan, good morning. Lorna, good morning. Oh, Amy. Hi, Martha. Hello. Tamara. Hey, friend. Hey. Christina, good morning. Claudette, good morning. Martha, Merry Christmas. Good morning and Merry Christmas to you. Jesse, good morning. Andrea, good morning. Ready for my Martha fix. Oh, man. We're going to do some fun stuff this morning. Elle, Martha, yay, missed you live yesterday. Aw, Amanda, good morning. Lori, good morning. Melody, good morning. Let me get y'all on the screen here. Amanda, I'm not done shopping yet either. Here's the thing, it's almost like Christmas is the hard stop for me. I'm just going to keep buying stuff. And that's just where I'm at. That's just where I'm at right now. I haven't done stockings yet, so now I think it's the little things for stockings. Miranda, good morning. Shelly, good morning, beautiful. Miss you. Aw, shucks, miss you. Good morning from Norway. Oh, man. Lori, good morning. Glad to be alive again. There we are. Jesse, oh no, me too. Rapping has not begun either. Oh my gosh. I need to have someone rap them for me is the thing. I am not a fan of wrapping presents. I'll turn Golden Girls on or something in my room and just watch that as I'm wrapping presents. I'm not the one who's like, oh, I'm going to make this so pretty. I'm like, can we just get this done? That's who I am. Joe, good morning. Janelle, good morning. Did anybody see my gingerbread house debacle? I made a gingerbread house and then it destroyed itself. It fell in on itself. Paige, good morning and Merry Christmas. Don't worry, I think I have one present coming in late. Oh, there you go. That makes me feel better. Got you live. Yes, Brandy, good morning. Iris, good morning. Becky, morning. Andrea, good morning. Oh, man, all the good mornings. I love it. Okay, guys, here we go. Hate wrapping, Shelly. Yes. We are the same. Joe, when I wrap, it looks like the dog got at it. But my sister wraps like she works for gift wrapping service. Yeah, I don't know how that goes. So you guys, if you are watching this on the YouTubes, do make sure that you click on the subscribe button over here. And then also the bell so you get notified whenever new videos come on. If you're not watching on YouTube after this video, if you like what I'm talking about, what you're going to do is pop over to YouTube, click the subscribe button and also the bell so you get notified when new videos come on. This next year is going to be a massive year for creating YouTube content. So that said, next week alone, Mike and I have set aside a day to create 3 videos that will only live on YouTube, and they're tutorials, okay? So you want to make sure that you're subscribed and that you've clicked the bell, okay? Make sure that you do that or else you're not going to know when this stuff comes on, okay? Also, let me know what you think of my new trailer video or my, is it a trailer? Teaser? Trailer? Something like that? It's the welcome video. Whenever you go to the channel, there's like a welcome video. comment on it. Let me know what you think about that video. I love it. I love it is the thing. So let me know what you think. Like it and comment on it, on all that stuff, okay? It also helps with the channel. And we know that everyone on the planet needs to hear the stuff that I teach, you guys, because nobody else is teaching it. So we got to make sure that people are hearing it. So that said, I'm going to go into content here. All right, so what we are going to talk about today, you guys, is, do you feel like you're behind everyone else in life? Watch this. We're going to talk about 3 ways to mitigate feeling behind everyone else in life, okay? This is something, I get messages from people all the time like, oh my gosh, I'm behind. I'm so behind. I am trailing. Everybody else is moving faster than I am, and yada, yada, yada. And you guys, none of that is even true. None of that is even true. So again, real quick, let's get into it. Do you feel like you're behind everyone else in life? Watch this, if so. That's our concept today. So the 3 things, you guys, number 1, well, no, let's talk about it first. I'm not going to just go right into the 3 things. What does it signify whenever you feel like you're behind everyone else in life? What does that signify? It's really simple, you guys. It's that you have set someone else's expectations on yourself. Period. That's it. There's no more complicating factors than that. Okay, you have simply set someone else's expectations on yourself. So you saw somebody else doing X, Y, and Z, and you don't know, I love you so much, but listen to me here. You don't know what that person has done up until the point where you caught up with them, okay? Or where you met them, or, you know what I'm saying? Here's the thing is, you can come across somebody and you think one thing. That doesn't make it true, it just makes it what you think, okay? You think, okay, well, this person is exactly where I am right now, okay? That might be the thing that you think. Or you see that they're ahead of you, and then you feel like they've always been ahead of you. It's an interesting thing. Because that's where it's the law of first impressions. It's like, it's a weird thing, but the first impression that you get with somebody is what you believe about them. Like, it's hard to not believe that thing, okay? So you may feel like they're just rapidly ahead of you, or you feel like they are, if you believe at that first impression that they are exactly where you are, and then they take off like a bat out of you-know-where, then you immediately experience judgment in yourself. You immediately wonder, what's wrong with you? Because this person was exactly where you are and now they're like this. Okay? And that's just all from a belief. It's not even true. Okay? Because here's what you don't know about that person. When you first met them, how much work had they already been doing? How much self-development had they already been doing? How many skill sets were they already developing? And then you met them and then they took off and you weren't moving as fast. It doesn't mean there's never apples to apples when we're talking human beings, you guys. Never ever apples to apples. We're all so vastly different in the way that we pick up skill sets and the way that we've been doing personal development. You guys, I've been doing personal development for the better part of, how old am I? The better part of 15 years, okay? That's how long I've been spending on my own personal development, okay? And it started out with books and stuff like that, and then it moves up to actually getting coaches and all of those things, right? But that's how long I've been working on it. So whenever I took off and the people around me were like, whoa, what is going on with her? She had been working for a very long time and then took off, right? And so that's what the very first thing that we need to understand about feeling behind everyone else is that it's all in our head. That where that other person was or where these other people were, because to feel behind somebody, you have to feel like somebody else is ahead of you, yeah? I mean, that's the truth, okay? So whenever we're feeling behind somebody, we're believing something about that person that likely isn't even true, okay? So the very first thing that we need to do in order to stop feeling like we're behind everybody is we need to stop comparing ourselves with people. And I know that that's very easy to say and harder to do. I know that that's a truth, okay? But that's why it's a muscle. That's why it's something that needs to be flexed daily in order for it to become muscle memory or a thing that just happens, right? So far as stopping comparing ourselves with other people, what that looks like, you guys, is instead of thinking like seeing somebody become successful, and instead of thinking like, what does that make me bad at, or how does that make me wrong, I would flip the script and I would say, that is so amazing. What are they doing? What are they doing right? What has been their journey, right? So whenever I first started doing like self-development and that sort of thing, whenever I first started doing that, you guys, the books that I would read the most often were autobiographies. I wanted to know what people that I really respected, I wanted to know what their life was like. I wanted to know the struggles. I wanted to know what they went through. I wanted to know that they went through something. And I wanted to know how they found success. Okay? So people don't often look at autobiographies as self-development books, but autobiographies are stories of struggle and success, typically. Struggles and success. And if you can read another human being's story of struggle and success, you're going to be able to see that it's common amongst everyone that's successful. Everyone has had a struggle. If they say that they haven't had a struggle, they're not being totally honest. I'm just going to say that, okay? I don't think that there's anybody that doesn't say that they've had a struggle, honestly. I think successful people actually embrace struggle. You can write that one down. I think most successful people that I know anyway have embraced the struggle that they've been through. So like for me, I embrace the fire that I walk through because I've now put my hand back into the fire and help pull the next person out. I embrace that that was a thing. I embrace that I was an alcoholic. I embrace all of these broken parts of myself that were broken, no longer broken, right? But I embrace that happened to me, and the reason why is because if I don't embrace that happened to me, I cannot truly show up in front of people that are in that space right now and show them the way out because I would be too afraid to face it. Okay? So embrace the struggle. Embrace, I'm not saying stay there, but I'm saying embrace whenever you're going through things that you don't feel like they're happening for you like they're happening for everybody else. Does that make sense? So autobiographies are also, so there's a gold nugget. Autobiographies are also personal development books. Okay? They are personal development books, autobiographies. I'm going to be having one. I was just talking about it yesterday. I'm going to have, one of my books is going to be, and I believe it's going to be the next one, because now I have a 4-book deal, right? So now I have to make sure I'm putting out books. The next one is going to be about how to pick yourself up by your bootstraps whenever you're completely down and out. So this is going to be coming from me sitting in a basement as an alcoholic, staring at the wall, wondering what in the world happened to me, right? Or this is going to be me waking up in the morning, hearing the birds chirping, seeing the sunlight come through the windows of my home, walking out into the hallway and seeing my blood all over the wall from domestic violence the night before, okay? Like I'm going to be getting real about stuff that other people are going through to say, here, this is a thing. People go through this. Now let's go ahead and pull out of it, right? Okay, so stop comparing yourself. That will be the magic pill, but again, it's a muscle that you need to flex daily. So what you have to do is whenever you feel yourself, usually it feels like envy. Yeah, that's what I believe it feels like most, like frustration or envy. Whenever you're comparing yourself with somebody else, it's either frustration and guilt or beating yourself up, or it's envy that they have it and you don't, okay? Either way, that's not a good look, right? So whenever you start to feel those things, it's not only not a good look, it's not helpful in your life, okay? So whenever you start feeling either of those two things, what I would do, I would be very conscious of when those two things hit. And whenever you start to feel those things, what you need to do is say like, oh, I wonder how they're doing this. I wonder how. I wonder, get curious. I wonder what they've done to reach such success. And then you can even message them, or you can watch their journey or whatever. Use them as an inspiration instead of flipping it and having it be a mirror to yourself and what you're not doing. Okay? It's not helpful. It's not helpful to anybody. Next, number 2. So that was all number 1, and stop comparing yourself. Okay. Number 2 is start appreciating the daily lessons. And this, again, you have to have a daily filter of I'm looking for this, right? And it's most helpful, I believe, if you're writing it out as a journal, because you're thinking of things to be able to then write them out. Okay, and I'm not saying write pages of stuff. There are a lot of people that don't like to write, and it's no big deal. You can just write out bullets. What were the daily lessons? What were the lessons that I got today? What did I learn today based on different things that I did? Okay, well, I did this thing in my business and it didn't really pan out the way that I thought it was going to do. So I'm going back to the drawing board tomorrow, right? Those are daily lessons. Nothing is ever a failure until you actually quit, you guys. Everything is a lesson and failing forward, okay? And is learning and changing and learning and changing. And you guys, my entire business is built on learning and changing, okay? So the same thing that I taught last year is going to be tweaked always, okay? We always learn and change and tweak and learn and change and tweak. These are things that are amazing. You guys, this is like, well, like I said, I've spent the last 10 years is how long I've been like in business. And from the very beginning, I started learning things and they were not working. And then I went through the whole, I think I'm pretty smart. I think I'm smart. Why is this stuff not working for me? And at the end of the day, you guys, the reason that it wasn't working for me is quite frankly because it doesn't work for anybody. There's just people out there selling stuff and teaching stuff that fundamentally doesn't work. And it's most people, unfortunately. So you spend money and you buy like a program or something. I bought a lot of them. I don't even know how much money I've spent, okay, you guys, but I bought a lot of them. And then I would get them and I would get into them and I'd be like, okay, so this sounds like what I'm looking for. And then I would really get into it. And then I was like, this either A, doesn't work, like you try it and it doesn't work. You don't find that out until 3 months later, by the way, so you've lost time and money. So it doesn't work, or it's not even supposed to work. Like it doesn't work the way they say that it's going to work, or it actually isn't supposed to work, so you're going to keep needing more and more. And there are people out there, God bless them, I think that they're just on a journey and maybe they'll figure it out sometime and they'll realize that they don't need to lie to people, you know. But they basically make themselves needed always. And so by making themselves needed always, then they have to make sure that you don't know things. And they're actually teaching you the wrong way, and then whenever you learn the wrong way, they're like they tell you you're not doing it right or something. Like that's the stuff that I see out there all the time. I'm in a lot of coaching communities, coaching and course creator communities. And I see it all the time. All the time, all the time. Or there's people regurgitating information that they're basically teaching somebody else's information, but they don't know it themselves. So they can't really teach it well, because if you don't really understand it, of course you can't teach it well, because that doesn't even make sense, right? And so it's just be careful. Be careful out there, okay, you guys? That's just the thing. But start appreciating the daily lessons, all right? So what that was all supposed to illustrate was that I've been in business for 10 years, and I basically have learned things, found out they didn't work, tweaked them to where they could work for me, and then went off that way. And that's how I have found my success, is by learning and tweaking things that didn't work, but making them work, okay? Because there's always a kernel of something that should work in there. It's just like the way that they do it, I don't want to do, because I don't want to be a skeezy, weird, salesy person. I can't do that. It's not my heart. So I have to make it instead different. And that's where this whole being of service to people comes into play. And that's where I realized when I fell into it, we know it was a God thing, but I fell into it and was like, oh my gosh, now this is the life everybody wants to live. The waking up in the morning and thinking, how do I get to serve people today? The having people message me all day long, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm living this life, right? I can't believe, like a year ago, I would not have seen or even thought I was capable of what I'm doing today. Like those are the things where I'm like, yeah, that feeds me, right? That totally feeds me. And everybody can have that. But the thing is, we need to start appreciating our daily lessons instead of looking at what's wrong with our situation. Because I'm here to tell you right now, there's nothing wrong with your situation. There's not one single thing that's wrong with your situation. Everything is worked out in divine timing. Everything is worked out exactly as it's supposed to be, and things are shifting for you. You are being made a way. You are being given a way to move forward, you guys, and it doesn't always look the way that we think that it's supposed to look, and it doesn't always happen in what we think is the right timing. Okay, you guys? But that doesn't mean that it's not good timing. It just means that our vision is very limited. That's all. Okay? We're being set up for perfect experiences in our world and ways to be able to give back to our community. You have to allow for the journey to unfold. And if you give up, if you get frustrated, and if you give in, then you are not allowing for that journey to unfold, period. Okay? And then it just won't. You have to stick around or God's going to use someone else. Okay? You have to stick around or God's going to use someone else. Number 3, get quiet so you can feel the nudges. That's the third thing. And do you feel like you're behind everyone else in your life? You need to get quiet so you can feel the nudges. I just had a conversation with a friend yesterday about this. I am in constant, I can easily feel the nudges to move forward. Like I won't share that story. It's personal, but like personal, not for me, personal for the person I was talking to, and I'm not going to share that's her story to tell. But I can very easily feel the nudges, like the God nudges or the Holy Spirit saying, move this way, right? I can very easily feel those nudges because I am in constant communication. Okay? My prayer life is most of the day. I was joking yesterday. There was a friend of mine who said, okay, have you prayed today? And I was like, what? I pray most of the day. Most of the day is spent in prayer, right? Most of my day is in conversation with my Creator. Most of my day is gratitude and being thankful and praying for other people. And like, that's most of my day. So it's obviously very easy for me to feel nudges because I'm already in communication. I'm already quiet and surrendered to my God, right? And so my suggestion to you, if you're feeling behind people, your creator is going to remind you that you're not behind anything. And to be able to feel the nudges of, okay, go here, do this, talk to that person. And everybody starts coming into your awareness. That is going to be, you can rest in that. You can surrender to that. You can completely let go to that. And then the concept of being behind everyone else isn't even a possibility. Because you can't be behind anyone else on a path that is only yours. You can't be behind anyone else on a path that is only yours. Walk your path. Don't worry about anybody else's path. Cheer them on, yes, that's what my communities are for. Cheer them on, absolutely. But the path is yours. Don't compare yourself, okay? There is a link in the description of this video. If you're watching, I'm sorry. There's a link in the description of this video, and it's for my side gig to main gig in 90 days challenge. If you need help, if you feel like you just need some guidance, I'm here for you. This is a free challenge, you guys. Click on the link. Yeah, it's in a Facebook group. Sorry. Click on the link, join the group. It's in Unit 2. Okay? Just start at day 1. Do not skip days. Do not do multiple days at a time, you guys. They're separate days for a reason. And it's for you to really be able to do this. You getting to the end of 90 days isn't going to change your world. Okay? Fastest way to the end of 90 days or 90 posts is not going to change your world. Doing it one day at a time and letting yourself grow into it, that will change your world. Okay? I'll pop out of here. All right. So what you guys got? Holy smokes, I am way over in time. Oh my goodness gracious. How did I get that over in time? Somebody tell me how that happened. How did that happen? I don't feel like that's real because it's only 10:23 and I started at 10. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, let me go to, oh, and also if you guys are not in, I have to say this just because not everybody knows about it. So if you guys are not yet in the HBR, if you're not yet in HBR, you guys, but you hear me talking and you're like, I think I need that. I think I need to do that. I feel like I'm capable of that. I feel like I could do that in my life. You guys, HBR is for people. Here's who HBR is for. HBR stands for Home-Based Revolution, by the way. HBR is for people that either already have a way that they are serving their community or income streams that they're starting. It's either that or it's people that don't yet have that and maybe are pondering it, but really more so are pondering how they can show up in their world differently, how they're able to show up in a supportive way to their community, how they can make a difference, okay? Because a lot of times, like, income streams are income streams, and that's awesome. But a lot of times making a difference is really where it's at. Helping to change someone's life, that's really where it's at, right? And the income streams are awesome. The reason that I love multiple income streams is because it's many eggs in many baskets. And quite frankly, I'm just not stressed out about if any basket falls, which used to be a main stressor for me. Of like, oh gosh, you know, if this goes away, then I have to find a new job, and then I have to go through the, you know, that whole process and da 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 da. Whereas now it's I get to live my life and I get to serve my people. I get to show my family. I get to show my daughter what it looks like for mom to just show up and help people every day. So that's the only world that she knows or understands, right? That's my goal, is for people to understand how to be able to create a life that they're inspired to live every day. And really at the end of the day, you guys, all you need is the desire to do that. Whenever you get into HBR, the rest is there. The figuring out what is for you and how to do those things, all of that is there, okay? You just need to know that you want change in your world, okay? What you can do today, and actually what I'm doing right now, yeah. Okay, so I've got a book release, a pre-sale, that starts January 4th. And so what I'm going to do is between now and January 4th, I'm going to allow half off of HBR, okay? So if you've been sitting on the fence and you're like, maybe I want to join HBR, but I don't really know, right now would be the time to join, okay? So it's going to be half off until January 4th. My suggestion is if you're already feeling that tap or nudge that I was talking about, my suggestion, you guys, would be to jump into it now, because you're so much better off jumping in right now and beginning right now so that 2021 is like, so you're ready for it, because you've still got time to be able to go through things, okay? So that would be my suggestion. But what you're going to do, you guys, is you message my Facebook business page, Livin the Dream with Martha. Message me the words case study. I'm going to give everybody the half off until January 4th. You don't have to send me special words or anything. And yeah, so now let me go ahead and answer questions. All we do whenever you message me, just so you know, guys, is we go through a few questions just to make sure it's a good fit for you. So I have a guarantee that you're going to make 10 grand a month within the first 6 months, or I work with you until you do. Okay. Basically the questions are to make sure that that you would be able to do that. Okay. And then I invite you into the program and you decide if you want in or not. Either way, totally up to you. It's not going to be a weird salesy conversation. I don't teach to do that way, and I'm definitely not going to do it myself. Let me get rid of that. Okay, question is, let's see. Sorry, I'm looking here, you guys. You guys are talking about stockings. Amanda, love the trailer. Just saw it yesterday. Yes, the trailer is awesome. I love it too. Becky and my kids don't give a rip. Sharpie for the win. Let's see. Heather, love this message. Kim, I feel so behind in HBR. I put it away for months. I need this. I am not getting any younger. Yes, Kim, get at it. Get at it. Do it. Faith, stop lying to yourself. Yes. Amanda, I keep hearing divine timing, yet I have this guilty urgency to stop doing what I'm doing, even if it's with my family, to go do that thing. Yes. You have to be careful with that. That's where time blocking comes into play. Yes, Lori, comparative analysis. Joe, I feel like I'm ahead in regular life but behind my HBR friends because we're all rolling fast in HBR, rocket boosters. That's the thing, is you get an HBR and you start moving quick. Start moving real dang quick, and it's amazing. Christina, that comparison game. Yep. Cynthia, so good. Claudette, I really feel I am where God has me to be in this journey for a reason. I have my eye on the prize and I am not in a race. There it is. There it is. Megan, it's so true. People keep saying how ahead I am, but I've been attempting to make this work for 13 years. Not exactly ahead. Right. Amanda, that first weird thing often time comes across as jealousy. Yep. There it is. There it is. Amanda, this is one thing I love about the HBR community. No one is telling anyone else to catch up. Instead, we all show up where we are and everyone cheers everyone else on right where they are. Any step forward is progress. You guys, the HBR community is where it's at. It's where it's at. 2021 belongs to the people in the HBR community, period. Denise, good morning, Martha. It's so funny that you are discussing this. I've been feeling this way for so long. That's why it needs to be discussed, for sure. Okay. I love you guys. I have to pop out of here because I'm way over on time. You guys have the best day. I will see you later.